training tip is something that you can teach to any dog or any puppy. It's a fun trick that we teach in our tricks classes, and it's also a fun nose work game. It's something that you can easily do at home to keep your dog from getting bored during the long winter days. The name of the trick is roll out your bed. So what we're going to do is initially start just with using simple towels that you would have at home. After this, you can move up to something like a yoga mat or possibly even your own dog's bed if it's not too thick. If you have a smaller dog, you could pick a smaller towel, something like this. And if you have a larger dog, then you would be looking at, of course, a larger towel. What I'm going to be doing is placing the treats in the towel in a row. So I want to have treats that are smelly, something that the dog is going to really like, perhaps not his normal kibble, but something that is really going to interest him. And you can use the kibble later once the trick is taught. But to really create the interest in the beginning, certainly a nice, yummy, smelly treat is going to work best. So I'm going to place them in a row like this, all the way down to the end of the towel. And then when I roll the towel up like this, I'm going to have one treat here that is going to be visible. And so this is going to create my dog's interest, and we will see if with that they use their nose and they roll out the mat to start finding the other treats. The dog that I'm using for this trick is an older dog, and I thought it would be fun to do with a senior dog rather than my puppy, as it will give you something to do with your retired dogs if you have any at home. So what I'm going to do now is get my dog and we will see what happens. Okay, I'm going to make sure that my one treat is visible and I'm going to point towards it and we will see what happens. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Okay, let's try that again. Good girl. Very good. You got all of them. Cool. So you're seeing this trick done with a dog that has never done it before. So of course she's a little bit slower, a little more methodical. She has to do a lot of thinking. So it's a great game for the brain to keep those older dogs' cognitive health healthy, and it's a fun activity for younger dogs and puppies. As you progress and your dog starts to become faster at rolling out the towel, then what you would do is put less treats down until you get to the point where there's less treats and you can stand up, and then you can cue, point towards the mat and say, roll out your mat, and give them a cue to start rolling And they can still get, of course, a couple of treats, and then that can become a fun new trick that you can play with your dog. It's also a fun game that people with sport dogs can play. It's called a shaping exercise. So what we're doing is we're letting the dog figure out the rules to the game. We're not telling them what to do. This helps to create a dog that can think on his own. Have fun with it.